If this dumbass would stop drumming on the car, we could start the cast. I got my lemonade. I got my drink cup. So we just saw Spider-Man Homecoming, and Quentin's just being a little drummer boy. This glass is, they could have done a whole lot more with this glass, in my opinion.
I think so.
Anyway, that was a good-ass movie. I give it 7 spider legs out of 8.
How many is that out of 10?
I don't fucking know. It's like, it's multiples of 12.
Wait.
So whatever 7 times 12 and a half is.
That's 87.5.
Okay. I'd say I'd say that translates to a 9 out of 10. Like, that was a real good movie.
9 out of 10?
Well, 8 out of 10 for normal movie. For the Marvel Cinematic Universe standard, that's a fucking 9. Like, for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, I think this is easily my second favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, besides Guardians of the Galaxy, because, like, Guardians of the Galaxy hit at just the right point for me, and it was such an unexpected, like, treat that I just adore it still today. Plus, the kick-ass soundtrack and everything else about it just hit all the points for me. For Guardians.
Okay. So I have 3 ratings.
Okay.
This show is progressively getting more complex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, usually with, like, series, we usually have the 2. One for just general it being a movie, and then the series.
3 ratings. First is for regular movies.
Okay.
Then Marvel, then Spider-Man, right?
Then Marvel, and then Spider-Man.
Okay, see, that makes perfect sense.
So,
like, Spider-Man has had enough movies overall that it makes sense.
Yeah, well, this is like, what, the 6th?
Yeah, and I will say of all the Spider-Man movies, this is easily my favorite. Like,
Okay.
I agree with that. This is my favorite too.
So, number 1 is
just general
regular
movie.
movies. I'd say 7.5.
Yeah, I think I'd agree to that one.
For Marvel, I'd give it an 8.
Okay.
And for Spider-Man, I would give it, for Spider-Man movies, I say it is the second best. I still think Spider-Man 2 is like one of the better.
Really?
Like
Spider-Man 2, like
Doc Ock. Yes.
Oh, see, that's fair.
That's why. Yeah.
Even then, I think I'd like this one better
In
than Doc
addition to
Ock.
that, I deducted a point from this one because it didn't have Bruce Campbell.
See, that's true. Bruce Campbell did bring a lot to the Spider-Man universe by being the narrator.
He just had one cameo in each one of the Spider-Man movies.
I didn't realize about that one. I just knew he was also like the narrator for the Spider-Man video games.
No, that's because Sam Raimi was the director.
That makes sense.
And he worked with so
that
Bruce
makes
Campbell
perfect
had
sense.
a cameo in all 3 of the OG Spider-Man movies.
See, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you're gonna hate me. Who's Bruce Campbell again?
Ash.
Okay.
All right.
Chainsaw Man.
I thought he was. But what relation does he have to Spider-Man?
He was in.
Oh no,
the
because
same
Sam
guy-
Raimi directed the Evil Dead movies,
And he
Sam
also directed
Raimi also
Spider-Man.
directed the Spider-Man
Oh,
trilogy.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So he just put Bruce Campbell in there because they're good buds.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like his cameos.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was pretty neat. Yeah, but
Yeah. So I say, but even like jokingly without the Bruce Campbell, I think this one's is almost as good as Spider-Man 2, but it's like I'm talking like 0.01 difference.
so you're right now they're basically tied. They're just
yeah.
giving the slightest edge to
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Just because of nostalgia.
See, it's been a while since I've seen Spider-Man 2, and so the nostalgia isn't really super there with me.
Yeah.
So I definitely giving like the edge to Spider-Man Homecoming. It is by far the best Spider-Man movie in my opinion,
Yeah.
and for reasons we can talk about later. But what about you, Casey?
Okay. Well, if you're doing the 3 ratings, on regular movies, probably like I'm not the best at like probably like an 8 or a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, because like
I think I'm gonna go with 9 just because I don't have a whole lot of complaints with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's not like I enjoyed it a lot, and there's not a whole lot that I can like say is bad with it. In terms of MCU movies, I don't really know how to like rank it amongst
So there are
it.
22. How many out of the 22? What place do you think it would get?
Fuck, I don't know.
I think it's
I want to say like if we're dividing them into quarters, so we have like the top quarter, second quarter, third quarter.
so you're doing it like tiered. So
Yeah,
like all the
tiered.
stuff in the tiers don't aren't competing
So
for
like
space.
I want to
like
say
tier
so
1,
the
2.
best,
Uh-huh.
the good, the meh, and the bad.
Actually, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do it that way. Honestly, this was shit. I don't know. Maybe probably
This
like
was shit.
I know.
Oh,
I want
like
to say.
that
Okay,
review.
I'm gonna say this is like upper second tier, lower first tier.
Okay, so not the cream of the crop, but still
Yeah.
really solid is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Okay.
And then definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie. The thing is, Spider-Man 2 is actually like one of the Spider-Man movies that I've seen the least.
Yeah.
I was really into Spider-Man 1, but then I never really saw Spider-Man 2 when it came out. And then I watched Spider-Man 3 a lot because I watched a lot of FX when I was in middle school, and like Spider-Man 3 was just constantly on FX for some reason.
Okay.
And then I saw The Amazing Spider-Man once in theaters, and then I never saw Amazing Spider-Man 2.
See, I never saw the Amazing Spider-Man movies, so
Okay.
really my calling Spider-Man Homecoming seems like it would be like oh, you haven't seen the other Spider-Man movies, but like
You don't need to.
this is a really good superhero movie,
Yeah,
let
it is
alone
a-
a good Spider-Man
It honestly
movie.
is a really good superhero and Spider-Man movie. It's like, so it's definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie, and I think I'm not. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Before we go into like spoilers.
Oh, and Quentin, what about where would you sandwich this movie in your ratings for the MCU?
MCU, I'd put it below Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously. I think Ant-Man, because I liked Ant-Man a lot.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
And I'd say it would tie with Civil War.
Civil War was really solid.
Because everything else in Marvel movies, in terms of ones that I like, there's none that I've like really, really loved, especially with a long-standing where like I saw them and then I liked them and kept liking them for a while. Besides those like three.
I think with me, obviously Guardians would be number one. Then I'd probably put Spider-Man Homecoming at number 2, tied with Ant-Man,
Yeah.
just because Ant-Man was just another one of those that was just so far out of left field that I just wasn't expecting how good it would be.
Yeah.
And then below that I put Doctor Strange. Not so much for the story, but just because of how mind-blowing the special effects was.
Yes.
And I just love Benedict Cumberbatch's performance. Everything else kind of falls into like weird soup territory where I don't think they're like horrible, but I don't think they stand out either.
Yeah.
And I will admit I haven't seen about half the MCU. A lot of the big stuff, like all the Thor movies, all the Captain America movies, all the Iron Man movies even, I just
Wait,
haven't
really?
seen. Yeah,
Have you seen Iron Man 1?
I've seen Iron Man 1.
Okay.
I've seen that one. I've seen Civil War, obviously, because we reviewed that one. I've seen Avengers 1, but not Age of Ultron. That's really about it. Guardians 1 and 2. Everything else, I don't think I've seen.
You're welcome for culturing you with movies.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll probably watch them all eventually. It's just I need to find time between my bartending games and everything
I
else.
was gonna say, yeah, you need to find time between what?
Doing nothing and jerking off.
Rewatching Twin Peaks, watching JoJo for like the 12th time,
Hey,
Bioshock
13th.
Infinite, everything, yeah.
It's not helping your case.
Yeah, you can fight me. JoJo's great. I want to punch more
I'll
spaghetti.
make Casey shit in your toilet.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, spoilers.
spoiler time. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Vulture was fucking awesome.
Gambino!
Gambino. I wish Gambino had like more, like, I don't want to say. I wish he had more involvement with it. Like I wish he was in it more.
Hold on.
Well, he
Hold
just
on.
played like a minor criminal to help
Yeah,
advance
Hold
the
on.
plot. It was a
hold
cool
on,
cameo.
Hold on. Fucking load IMDb. Okay, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna wait for this.
Oh yeah, because I was talking with a friend and we were thinking. Obviously, I think the original thought was that he was supposed to be like Miles Morales, right?
No.
But Miles Morales is like a 15-year-old kid, and then he's obviously a 30-year-old. But then there was another character that was kind of like a mentor or something. I'm not too familiar with the comics or like.
That's what I'm pulling up.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
supposed
go
to-
into
okay.
that. You guys
the mentor. Okay.
talk about stuff.
One thing I'm gonna say, I think Tom Holland did a really, really good job with
Oh,
Spider-Man.
yeah. Like, especially pulling off a youthful, inexperienced Spider-Man.
Yeah, like he was witty, but he was also like shy, and he was also really awkward at times. I think like
And his quips were fantastic, especially during the bank rob sequence.
exactly, yeah. I think he did a really, really good job. I think he like nailed the character, and I think that's like, yeah,
From what I've heard that Tobey Maguire was a great like action Spider-Man. Like he was great at the combat,
Yeah.
great with being a competent Spider-Man.
yeah.
Andrew Garfield, I heard he was great with like doing his quips, but just wasn't. He was more like a diplomatic Spider-Man,
Yeah.
rather like, trying to defuse the situation. This Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, was a good mix of both, in my opinion.
I agree
He
with
was
that, yeah.
more of a combat focus, but at least he was witty about it.
yeah.
Like definitely using the environment to his advantage in his fights, which Spider-Man needs to do. Yes, he has super strength, but he has to have he has to use everything to his advantage, especially when it's group fights on one guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I found, so Gambino's name in the movie is Aaron Davis,
Yes.
and he said he has a nephew, right?
Yes.
In the comics, in the Ultimate Universe, Aaron Davis is a villain named Prowler, whose nephew is
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales.
Oh shit.
Oh, nice. That could lead into it.
I
Yeah.
doubt it.
I doubt it, yeah.
I doubt
but
they're gonna do it. But hey,
it's a cool little Easter egg, at least, for like
That's a nice
super
little
fans.
tie-in, yeah.
oh man, yeah.
Also, can I just say, the fucking, when Ken was like, I'm watching porn, that was the fucking best
This is
line.
when he gets caught.
I fucking love that so
you
much.
You thought that was funny?
Yeah.
I thought it was Brett heard when the teacher was like, I don't want to see another student die again.
Also, where
He's from Silicon Valley.
he plays Killplay in Silicon
This is
Valley.
what I really liked about that movie, is they had all these people from TV shows that I watched that are in like minor fucking roles. They had Guilfoyle from Silicon Valley,
Yes.
Hannibal from Eric
Yeah,
Andre
fucking Hannibal
Show.
Buress was
They
in the
had
movie. It was great.
Gambino, obviously.
Yeah.
The lady who was the tour guide on the Washington Monument, you know who she is?
No.
That's the lady with the broken arm and baskets.
That's amazing. I love this movie.
Also,
now.
before we keep going, Hannibal sent a fucking random ass dude to the premiere of this movie.
What?
On Twitter.
Who's Hannibal?
Hannibal is the guy who played the coach.
And have you seen the Eric Andre show?
No, he hasn't.
No, I
Okay,
haven't.
never mind then.
But so, on his Twitter, the morning of the premiere, he tweeted out, he's like, hey, anyone want $500? And some dude responded, and he sent this random ass dude to the Spider-Man Homecoming premiere, and that dude was on the live stream that Marvel was putting on Facebook. He did all these interviews, and it is... I love Hannibal so much. He didn't even fucking go to the thing. He's just like, man, look at this shit.
Fucking Hannibal.
What the fuck?
Oh,
hilarious.
he
Oh,
just
man.
does not give any fucks, and it's great.
He's funny.
Also, I'm glad that Michael Keaton got recast as Birdman
Yeah, for the third time.
for the third time. Well, first time he was a bat. Now he's a
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah, Bat, bird,
Bird.
yep.
Old bird. Angry bird.
Yeah, but see, when I watch like Spider-Man movies, it's really, really hard for me to see a villain as good as Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
He was good.
Yes.
Or what's his
Whoever
name?
played Doc Ock did a
Yeah,
fantastic
I remember
job.
his name. I can't remember his name. Never mind.
And Spider-Man, like, when people think of like Spider-Man villains, you really can't think of anything off the spot. Like, people might be able to mention a Green Goblin, or people from the movies like Venom, or maybe
Usually
a
it's
Carnage.
Venom.
Yeah, usually it's Venom. But
Whenever anyone asks me like for a Spider-Man villain, I immediately go to Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
I watched like the first movie a lot when I was
Green
and
Goblin.
possibly Sandman and Venom, because they were also in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
But like, he has the weirdest rogues gallery.
Yeah.
Like, he's got Vulture,
Kingpin.
Shocker, Kingpin, Electro, Mysterio, fucking Scorpion and Rhino,
He had the alligator in
Lizard?
The lizard, yeah.
Black Cat.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck is his rogues gallery?
Yeah. I think his rogues gallery is like Batman's rogues gallery, where it's
Yeah.
got a ton of shit, and a lot of people like a lot of the villains more so than like other of the heroes. Like Captain America, how many Captain America villains can you
See,
name?
it's
Red
true.
Skull.
That in Baron Zemo, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And
and then
Hydra,
then
and
also-
Adolf Hitler.
also like Bucky
Commies.
Barnes, like the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, to an extent.
Technically, even though Bucky Barnes did become Captain America for a time,
Really?
Yeah, straight
Yes.
up. There was like a
Okay.
bucket cap.
because Cap died.
From
He
what?
got shot.
He got
at,
shot.
at the end of Civil War.
Oh, really?
In the comics, he got shot
Oh,
by
shit.
the Red Skull.
That
Yep.
sucks.
But
Red Skull.
Yep.
Okay.
well, like with Batman's rogue gallery, you could ask like any John J. and Joe on the street.
John
and-
J. Joe. Yes.
Yes, they'd be able to like name at least 2 or 3.
Yes.
Like, I guarantee you that. Who the fuck can do that with Spider-Man?
I think
Venom's a
most-
guaranteed.
Most of them
I
is
disagree
Venom
with
and
that. I
Green
think-
Goblin, I think.
Yeah. Fair point, but even
I-
then, like some of the weirder ones out there.
But see, the thing is like if you ask people on the street, name 2 Spider-Man villains, most 99% of the people, Venom, Green Goblin, Venom, Green Goblin. If you ask them Batman villains, it's gonna be like
Yeah, probably
Joker, and then
Joker,
Riddler, Catwoman, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn's probably pretty up there too.
Penguin. Then there's like 20 different options for what number 2 would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, that's not what I'm saying, but you do help out my point a bit.
Yes.
But enough about Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. Like, we need to focus on the Vulture here, because I'd never heard of this guy before, and everything I've seen of him just made him look like the doofiest fucking villain ever.
That's what he was.
He was, but they turned him into a total badass.
They did.
He did.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I knew Michael Keaton was gonna do a good job because
I knew he was
gonna
do a good
He's
job.
in a renaissance right now. He's coming back.
He is.
After Birdman, ooh, he's coming back.
Yeah, well, he's still Birdman.
Fucking goddamn it.
But, no, like, God, I
said goddamn it because it's smart.
Yeah,
Not just your butt. No, just for the whoever 1 or 2 people may be listening.
But, man, he did a fantastic job. And then the reveal towards
that
the
was
end,
really good.
where, like, he's Spider-Man's Crush's dad.
That
like,
was fucking good.
once he opened the door, it all clicked. It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. They had a nice-ass house from dealing with the arms trade. Like, of course he'd have money, and of course he'd want a nice house.
What I really liked is how close to the chest they played that, because like there was no way you could have guessed that walking into the
Oh,
movie.
definitely not,
That
especially from
came
the
like
trailers.
out of left field, but like yeah.
And, like, everything up to that moment was, like, hunky-dory, cheery and stuff. Boom! Sup, bitch.
Yeah.
Birdman's here. Oh, God, that was
Good.
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 And then everything after that was just so tense. There's, like, where they're
car
in the
ride
kitchen,
scene.
and then the car ride
So
scene
good.
where Keaton's just slowly figuring out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that like they did really well in this movie that they haven't been doing really well in like other movies. And like I mean, okay, because there's this thing called bathos. I just watched a movie about this, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm a genius on this stuff.
Yeah.
But like, there's this thing called bathos apparently, which is like a really serious moment or a really like tense moment that's immediately followed by something really really funny, right?
Okay, so it undercuts the seriousness of it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
comedic
And I think,
relief.
Yeah, and I think like Marvel does that a lot to the point where it really downplays the effectiveness of that serious or tense moment.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that in this one.
See, I remember Every Frame of Painting. He mentioned this during the Marvel orchestral universe, like whatever video he did about the music of the Marvel movies. And he said something along the lines of like, this scene where Thor is meeting up with his comrades would have been such an emotional, great, serious moment, but they played it off like they were total goofballs.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think I know where you're going with this, and where this movie's doing the opposite of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not doing the opposite, but it's not having that like comedic, funny part at the end, so that like none of it is downplayed. Like the seriousness and tenseness goes all the way through until it ends.
Yeah.
And it's not downplayed.
Well, there was that porn line in there.
Well, no, but I feel like that's much more after in terms of like that's after the moment. Like
He's talking about the reveal.
Oh, the
I'm talking
reveal.
about the reveal. Yeah, the
Okay.
tenseness and the seriousness of the reveal, not necessarily like during the combat.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I thought you were talking about like till the end of the movie.
No.
Yeah, but honestly, besides that one line, it was like a really serious, tense, like last 15 minutes.
It was, yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't kill off the Vulture. Like, Quinn, I know you mentioned this before, but the MCU has a really bad problem of killing off major
Not
villains.
just killing off, but also making them shitty.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: the past 2 Marvel villains, Ego from Guardians, and Vulture, I think they both did really good job of actually being villains. Like if you think of the Ironmonger from Iron Man 1, or Whiplash from Iron Man 2, or the Mandarin / whatever
no, they
bullshit that
fucked
was
up
in
the Mandarin.
in Iron Man 3, those are all shit villains.
Yeah.
Okay? If you look at Thor, same thing. They had to reuse Loki twice, and then actually they had to use him 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
We're coming up on 4 with Ragnarok. Then what else is there? Hulk? No. Let me see. Captain America, Red Skull gone.
Zemo gone.
Zemo. Well, I actually can't remember what.
Yellow Jacket's gone.
Yellow Jacket gone. Well,
Who's Yellow Jacket?
Ant-Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, gone. Do you think there's gonna be like a successor character?
No, it just doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
You think he's gonna pose a threat to the fucking Avengers?
You can shrink them.
That's the problem. Is like they have all these villains that fight.
Oh, you're talking like Avengers level.
They
threats.
can't.
Okay.
They haven't brought in a villain yet. Besides Thanos, the like collective 2 minutes that we've seen of him on screen, like they haven't brought in anyone that poses a good threat to the Avengers. Zemo did a good job, but that's only because he made the opponent to the Avengers themselves. They haven't brought anyone in. If you look at any of the villains, if all the Avengers got together and fought them, it would be like a 30-second long movie and done.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they did with Crossbones at the beginning of Civil War.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it was not like he was an Avengers level threat, but it really shows like how easily they could wipe out somebody.
Oh
Just,
yeah.
like,
Also, one of the dude at the very end in the after credit scene who was
Scorpion.
talking. No, I don't know if he's gonna be Scorpion.
I mean, he has a Scorpion tattoo and he had a thing on his fucking arm.
But
Like, I
that's
figured he'd be
that's
Scorpion.
That's a guy that's like a main character in Better Call Saul too.
Oh, okay.
There are all these freaking TV show people that are coming up in this movie, and I'm like,
Well, they got to keep finding actors. It's
Mhm.
been an ever-growing universe.
yeah. Man, that was.
Like, honestly, though, if that's not Scorpion, I don't know what character that would be in the after credits.
That's the thing. I don't know either.
And can we talk about like fucking Captain America's like cameos throughout the movie?
I'm so angry,
He's-
but at the same time, it's so fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
of
so
course
good.
he's going to be an American icon, and of course he's going to be telling kids in high school to do the right thing.
Yep.
It's such a Captain America thing to do.
I saw a comment on Reddit where they were like, "Yeah, this is the first time I felt this was a real cinematic universe because, like, seeing those Captain America things, that's what would be happening."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they even mentioned the Sokovia Accords, like,
Yeah.
during one of the lessons, which
Exactly.
Yeah,
I forget exactly what that was, but I know it ties into the Avengers.
That was Civil War when they were like, "You need to reveal
Like,
your
sign
identity."
this thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I know that was like an actual
it
thing.
Wasn't reveal your identity, but it was like you if
Register.
you sign this.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Registration.
You can actually just keep
Oh,
going
should I
straight.
go straight?
Yeah,
Okay.
just keep going straight, man. But like it really does feel like a universe now.
Yeah.
Like there are all these interlocking events. Now I really wish they'd like tie in some of the Netflix universe too, because that's technically the same universe, correct?
Not technically.
It
it is
is?
the same
Okay.
universe.
Same
They've
universe,
mentioned a bunch of shit that happens in all the Marvel movies.
Wait, which?
Well,
which series are you talking
Isn't it
about?
kind of one
specifically?
way though? Because I know the TV series mentioned the movies, but
Yes,
not really the other way
movies-
around.
The movies haven't mentioned the
Okay.
TV.
Wait, do you mean like Agents of Shield?
No,
Agents
not
of,
well.
Agents of Shield.
Agents of
Jessica
Shield
Jones.
is heavily tied in, considering it took.
No, Agents of Shield. They mention the movies a lot, but like it's never like, and like Phil Coulson is in Agents
Yeah,
of
exactly.
Shield, but like that's never mentioned in any of the movies.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
see,
The
thing
TV
is-
shows
But
mentioned
are,
the
are
movies.
there other TV shows that I've?
Yeah, there's
Daredevil,
Daredevil, Jessica
true.
Jones, Luke Cage. Now
Iron
Iron
Fist.
Fist.
Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't seen any of those.
Okay.
Daredevil's really good.
I need to
I've
watch
heard.
Daredevil.
Yeah, I still need to watch that.
But see, I don't. The thing is, I want them to do that, but they won't. And here's the reason why: is the Netflix shows are so fucking gritty, they would not make it into a Marvel.
See, that's
movie.
true as well. I mean,
If they took that Daredevil series and tried to make it into a movie, it would be like a solid R.
mhm.
yeah, that is true.
I mean,
It is violent.
the way I'm thinking about it is that like the TV series is a nice little side dish to the
Yeah.
main course that is
Yeah.
the MCU. Like, if you want more, cool, go ahead. And the fact that they also have their own like little pocket of interconnecting stories between each series,
Yeah.
perfect. Like that's what you need as like a side universe.
Yeah.
It's like a TV series and then release a comic book series for the TV series. If you want more, cool, you can read the comics. I mean, that's what I do with
Yeah.
Steven Universe. But it's not, I mean, it's canon,
And
but
then we're
it's
getting the Inhumans this year too.
really
Yes.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, too bad we're never going to get an X-Men
Ram-
TV series.
I know.
Ramsey Snow.
Bolton, yep.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. No, don't refer to him as Ramsey Bolton. He's fucking Ramsey Snow. That's son of a bitch.
He got a Bolton name. He's
No,
Ramsey
fuck
Bolton.
that. He's always fucking Ramsey Snow. That's son of a goddamn bitch.
And for once, I'm lost on the cast.
It's Game of
That's
Thrones.
Game of-
I know it's Game of Thrones. I recognize Bolton. like,
Game of
immediately.
Thrones.
Now I can get Game of Thrones the Telltale
7
game.
fucking days, Casey.
Goddamn Christ, I
7
fucking need
fucking days.
I fucking need it so bad. I can't fucking wait.
I don't know how we're gonna fit all those people in my room.
How many people are you inviting?
Right now it's 5, possibly 6 if this dickhead comes along.
Woo!
Wait, who are the? Okay, so we'll talk about this afterwards. Because there were 2 numbers in the group chat that I didn't recognize.
Oh,
Well, one of them I'm assuming is Matthew,
yes.
but I don't know who the other one was.
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on when this is, I might be able to host this at my place, but like we'll see.
Yeah, and see, what sucks is like when Game of Thrones starts, that means I have Game of Thrones and Twin Peaks to watch
Am I
every
going this
Sunday.
way?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, that was Spider-Man: Homecoming, and we're coming home.
Fuck you.
Spider-Man of Cocktown!
No,
Spider-Man of Cocktown!
You better not name this episode that. I swear to God.
Spider-Man of Cocktown. Now he's going to.
yeah, now I'm like required by law.
Damn it. God damn it. Fuck you. I don't co-sign on the naming of this episode.
No
well,
one
it's
does.
okay.
I don't
It's
even
2 out of 3 votes.
co-sign on that shit.
See, I'm the one in charge of naming the episodes, and that's just a great ass idea, so I'm stealing it.
Yes.
Well, this has been Draft House Drive. We'll see you guys at the next feature.